Here we are. Are you guys having a great time? Are you ready to be the hero of your own epic journey?
Woo!
Pamela, the interview hasn't started yet.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just glad there's no handcuffs involved.
Okay, Cheryl, you're not part of our interview. Okay. Pamela, I want to get right to it. We don't have a ton of time. And thanks for being here. And
Thank you.
yeah, I just wanted to ask you a few things. Now, my experience has been that nothing great comes without significant opposition. Trials, challenges, we all have them. When you were a young teen, your father passed away from cancer,
Sure.
right? What effect did that have on you in developing your character, in developing who you were, and who you became?
Well, I was 13, the oldest of 4 children. My father was 36 years old when he was diagnosed with liver cancer and died 9 months later. The chemotherapy killed him. And I said to my mother, my parents were divorced, but I still had a very good relationship with my dad. And I said to my mom, why would God do this to me? He doesn't get to see me graduate. He doesn't get to see me get married or have any children. And my mother said to me that God provides us with circumstances so that we can minister to others. And so I understood from that point that I needed to go forward and be a light in a dark world, because there are people out there who need our help. And the truth is, we all have adversities that we need to overcome. And don't let those things take away your power, but instead empower yourself so that you can help others.
Yeah, I love it. Woo! I love how you did it, right? Like, it's just so great. Talk to me a little bit. It's going to switch gears a little bit, which we do when we have a short time. Transitions get short. But wanted to ask you about, you just had a son graduate training in the Air Force. He's got his orders.
Woo!
And he's going to Ramstein, Germany. We're so excited.
And we all get to do what we do because of people like him. But as a parent, what's that like when your child comes to you and says, I'm going to go serve in the military?
Well, first of all, this has been Gunner's dream since he was 8 years old. He always wanted to be in the Air Force. He always wanted to serve the Lord and to serve our country and serve others. I'm so grateful for what he's been able to do, and he's brilliant. He's really a rocket scientist, and he's actually going to be specializing in aeronautical design. So that's been his goal, and I'm very grateful to see that he's actually gone forward and taken the steps to do what he needs to do to serve that gift that he has.
Now, I was faced with that same decision: aeronautical design or network marketing.
Easy to confuse.
Oh, it was an easy decision. Yeah. No, on the serious note, thank you. What a wonderful thing. And all these great things that are character building. Talk to me about the service attitude, the service heart that you've created in your home that gets a son to the military, that gets you into this industry, that gets your family blessing the lives of others. How does one create that culture and go about that?
Well, truthfully, the whole point is you need to be able to follow your heart and follow God's desire in your life. You need to be that person that will step back and pay attention. And God will speak to all of you, but you need to take the time to listen. Sometimes we all talk too much, and we need to remember we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I love Tom always teaches that with us. And I think that when you start to do that, you begin to use your gifts to be able to assist and help others and start paying attention what God's desire is for your life than rather your own. All of a sudden, doors open, things happen. When my dad became ill, I had decided, because I'm a little bit of a nerd myself, and so I started out college, pre-med biochem, went to UMass Amherst, and then I went to Harvard where I studied linguistics, and everybody said, well, why are you doing that? Why would you change gears to be so different? And I said, I honestly don't know, but I have a gift. I took 4 years of German, 12 years of French, so I think I'll be okay when I go visit Gunner overseas.
That's crazy. I snuck off in my friend's trunk during lunch in high school.
I believe that. But, truthfully, and look at this, because that was an allopathic field. And then I changed things further, coming back to the healthcare field to have a private practice for almost 20 years as a neuromuscular therapist, specializing in the alleviation of chronic pain and correction of dysfunctional biomechanics. I even traveled on the PGA Tour with some professional golfers privately, one of whom won the TPC while in my care. So, you use your gifts, and then you be ready to release them too. And one of the beauties of network marketing, the other thing too is, what I found out is that my patients responded better to therapy in my office when I taught them how to take better care of themselves at home. And all of a sudden I realized that nutritional supplementation, teaching them how to get rid of the bad foods and only use the good foods, that by doing that, I could help more people than I ever could with my own two hands. And that's really what we need to think about, is how can we maximize our benefit in the world?
I love when we make this business about other people, it becomes easier, right? If it's about us, it becomes very difficult. It becomes a mountain to climb, right? But when it's about others, like you're describing, it sure becomes easy. So, easier, never easy.
Oh, it's never easy. We never said there wasn't a 4-letter word involved here, and that's work.
Thank you for that. I was worried about the word you were going to choose.
You never know. I spent a lot of time with Tom.
I'm even more worried. I just want everybody to know that Tom taught her that we have 2 ears and one mouth. Yeah. Tom likes to talk, right? That's good.
No.
He's talking right now. I'm not going to hear him. So, here's the thing. You've built a nice business. You've gotten out there, and you've got a lot of people on the 90 for Life. How do you approach someone today when you're trying to introduce, they need the nutrition, you've had a conversation with them? How do you make that transition? What does that look like, and how are you having success doing that?
Okay, again, it's not about you. It's not about me. Okay, it's about being that bright light in the dark world. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16, that's my favorite verse. Okay, so you take care of others, you look at them, and you listen, and you learn what their needs are. You figure out what it is that they want, and you find a way to give it to them. Because what do we have here? Everything. We have clothes, you can look great, we have makeup, we have jewelry, right? Thank you for that. We have all the things that we need to be beautiful on the inside and the outside, so that we can be better and help others.
It's wonderful. Everybody, let's hear it for Pamela. Thank you very much. Well, I just want to say, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for being on those calls, for helping everybody get the information they need. You're great at that. And I know you're among friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Woo!